Alright guys, welcome to episode 6 of this Road to Glory series with Salford City on FIFA 20. So let's have a quick reminder of how last episode ended, shall we? We flick back, we are now in September, so last episode transfer deadline did end. We did do a little bit of business on deadline day. We brought in one striker just as a backup. In terms of matches, we had a 1-1 draw away at Carlisle and picked up our first league win of the season, beating Leyton Orient 1-0 at home. We have got that scout, a future star, showing up at some point thanks to Jordan at work. I found out it was him that sent it me, so we'll see what that player turns out to be when that does show up. There's no telling what position it's going to be out, but we shall wait until they arrive. We will have another scout report come in, I'd say definitely this episode, because we are going to be playing 3 games. In fact, we need to go back and look at the calendar again, because we will have 3 games in today's episode, and that will start with what I still think of as Johnson's Paint Trophy, even though it has now changed name and is the leasing.com trophy, which is a competition I have no interest in whatsoever, even less so than Carabao Cup. So we might change the lineup for that game just to keep players fresh. Then on the following Saturday we will be away at Morecambe in the league, and we will end the episode at home against Cheltenham. I had it pointed out to me that we did lose 3-0 to Crawley in the second game of the league season, so beating Crawley would be quite nice, although a double-edged sword, because like I said, couldn't care less about the Johnson's Paint Trophy. Other than that, I think we'll just crack on with the episode and move towards game number 1, and if the Scout Future Star does turn up before that game, we can take a look at them. Well, they haven't turned up, but we have had a message from one of the players that's not getting played. We wanted some game time. Devante Rodney. You know what, mate? You might just get that. I'll give you a chance, and he's happy with that. I will put him in the team. What I'm also going to do, I think, is put our new striker in the team as well. The Crawley lineup. I don't remember how many of these were in the lineup when we played them last time. So whether they're playing a younger team or not, I don't know. They are playing a 4-3-3. You can see from our lineup we have made 2 changes. Devante Rodney does get what he wants. He starts up front, and so does new signing Kim Soo-an. Let's see what they can bring to the table. No changes to formation though. Come on then, Salford. Or Salford. See if we can grab a win, even if we don't want to. Ball is going to come in. It's Nathaniel George. Well done, Walker. We're back to keeper. Not going to panic in possession. Here's Figuera. We've got a runner. It is Toure. Let's see if we can find a cross. Ball floated in, and it's straight over everybody. We're hoping that Soo-an would be able to get on that. Use his height. But then again, I have read that headers have been seriously nerfed in FIFA 20. EA saying that they spoke with FIFA players who all said that in 19 headers were too overpowered from corners and crosses, so they have took a lot of the accuracy out of the game for FIFA 20. There's Rodney looking for the new signing Soo-an. Can he get it across? Oh, ball lumped away. It's Lloyd. Finds Figuera. Onto Towell. Oh, Towell. Nearly lost it. There is Rodney. He goes for a shot. Great save by Morris. Here come Crawley on attack. Back to Bullman. Kamara. That's over everybody. Out on wide wing. Ball crossed in. Deal with that. Well done, Burgess. And that will go out for a throw. And we're looking up a few more things from the Q&A that the FIFA devs put out earlier this week. One of the other things that they did say they've changed is that a lot of people used to use the passing button to head away from corners. Oh, That should have been a debut goal. The Korean should have buried that. It were close, but... ugh. Yeah, as I was saying, one of the little changes is that the devs have made it so that you will be punished if you just try and pass it out of the box with a header from defending corners and set pieces. And you have to use the actual clearance button for that in this version. That is offside. Fortunately, they would have been offside if they'd picked that ball up anyway. So it lets... oh, that was stupid. Keeper, do your job. No. Defensive error or goalkeeper error is what costs us. Trying to pass it forward. Silly mistake from keeper. He's trying to lump it upfield with a clearance and he just gets no height on it whatsoever. And believe it or not, that was full pelt. We've defended so well. Right up until that point. There is Walker. Spots the runner. There's Rodney. He has got some pace. He hasn't got the strength though. He's only, I think, 58 rated, the striker. But he did ask to play, and as I say, this is not a game that is overly important, so we could take the risk. Here is Rodney, and too slow. Tried to turn, and there's the referee's whistle. Crawley grabbing a goal just before half-time at the break. Crawley 1, Salford 0. Walker, you need to get forward quicker than that, lad. And preferably not put the ball out of play. He's got nobody in support. Hogan knocks it back on for Walker, and Doherty with the challenge. That is a throw to us. Throw taken quickly. Towel knocked it onto Lloyd. There's Figuera picking it up behind referee's back. Lloyd's going to go from distance. Great save by Morris. I'm still not happy with the keepers that we've got. It's one thing that I really do want to get eventually, a good young keeper from the youth system. Walker's control is really poor. He's essentially at wing back just for his pace. Ball hacked upfield. There's Polly on. Well cut out by Toure. Counter, well, I was going to say counter might be on, but over it the pass. There's Kamara again. Frankham with the cross. Can't get on the end of it with the defensive header, and that is a goal kick. And that will be the final action of the game for new signing Kim Suan. He goes off with Manny coming on in his place. Manny has got a lot more pace and can win a header. Look at that. Lloyd out wide to Toure. He brings it inside. Looking to return it for Lloyd. It is Manny that picks it up instead. Oh, off the post. How unlucky can you be? That's twice we should have scored in this game. Kamara wins the ball, somewhat unconvincingly. That is Payne, lumped forward. Hogan heads it back to his keeper, somewhat fortunately, really. That's Lloyd. Figuera on for Towel. Rodney looking for a through ball onto Manny. Finds him. Rodney. Oh, his keeper saved it and it's gone out off of Rodney. That's another chance. Gone begging. And there is the referee's whistle. We do lose. It is only 1-0, but a loss is a loss. Not going to complain that we're out of this tournament, but we still don't get revenge on Crawley after they beat us early on. Well, disappointing start to the episode, but it's the next two games that are the important ones. Rodney clearly happy. You kept your promise, and I made a lot of mistakes out there. Sorry to disappoint you. I wish I could have won. Tell him not to pressure his son. He's not going to get many more opportunities anyway. I only put him in because it were a game we didn't care about. If it had been a league game and he wanted in team, we'd have been telling him to jog on. We have got the monthly youth report back. Let's see the update on some of these players. 62 to 80, 66 to 84, 71 to 91. He will be getting signed straight away. 61 to 79, he's not good enough. 59 to 75, he's not good enough. 57 to 79, 57 to 77, 47 to 65, 52 to 72, and 75 to 94, we will be having him as well. So that's 2 players that we have signed. I'm going to leave these 2, take another look at them, see if we can get them ranges narrowed down any. But now we're going to have a look at the actual youth team and see what rating they are straight away before we head into game number 2 in this episode. The Youth Academy, 60 rated central midfielder and 57 rated striker. I'm happy with both of them, and that means that we can start training players. They will both start getting trained and might get called up sooner rather than later, depending on how quickly they grow. Not the quickest, but hopefully them stats are going to grow. His agility is pretty good, and his balance. Ball control and dribbling are fantastic as well. That's a damn good start. They can stay in the youth team for now though. This game is the one that matters, and we will change the lineup to have our first team back, and we will play the second game of this episode, first league game away at Morecambe. Morecambe's starting lineup, it is Rocker in goal, Tanner, Lavelle, Bakare, Cranston, Kenyon, Yanya, O'Sullivan, Oates, Vildig, and striker Alessandra. It is a 4-4-1-1. Oh well, a 4-2-3-1 I suppose. We make changes to bring our strongest lineup back in, with the exception of Sigurdsson, who's away on international duty, the lone international player in this team, so Lloyd keeps his place in the starting 11. This is a game that matters, lads. Last game with a warm-up. Well done, Desaruwe. Can't keep on of it though. Kenyon forward to Vildig. And Piergiani cuts that out. Forward to Towel. He slows it down a little bit, but not much. Lloyd onto Toure. He's bombing forward, down wing. One more touch, and that's out for a corner. And put it in middle. And defender heads it away in end. And Hogan with a shot. He dragged it a little bit, and Cranston hits it long upfield. Coming forward with Vildig. That is Oates again. That cannon off of our player, I believe it did. Cross through middle, and Leatherin, you could have caught that with ease. I don't know why he felt the need to punch that. Ball comes in from corner, headed down into the ground by Vildig, but it is Leatherin's ball. That's Towel. Sideways to Lloyd. Back to Towel. He finds Rooney. Rooney can't control it, and Cranston comes away with that. It's forward to Jagner. He's out wide to Oates. Back through middle to Jagner again. Vildig. Oh, and Alessandra got a shot off. Well wide in end though. And lump it upfield. One more dodgy performance from Leatherin, and we might have to take a look at starting goalkeeper again, because I can't really afford to be terrified every time ball goes near goalkeeper. It's like when Michel Vaughan was still keeper for Tottenham. It terrified me whenever anybody came anywhere near goal. Oh, what was that? Trying to pass that back to Walker, and instead he passed it in entirely the opposite direction to where I intended. It's like, I know we're not world-class players, lads, but we should be playing better than the Sunday League team. In fact, you see Sunday League players that can pass at least in the right direction, even if it was nowhere near where they intended it to in end. We've got to say, we are missing Sigurdsson in this game. And there is half-time. At the break, it is all square, 0-0. He finds Lloyd. That is onto Rooney. And look for the cross. That will go out for a corner. Yeah, it does. Let's see if we can find anybody with this corner. Toure to take. Ball does fall to us, but it's gone over. Armless from Burgess. Poor pass from Figueira. Well cut out by him though. That's Lloyd onto Towel. Lloyd finds a bit of space. That's Manny. Shot blocked, and defender brings it back upfield. It's a chance for Morecambe to break. Ellison has got Figueroa away in for company, kept in by Walker. Towell up forward for Lloyd. Manny keeps good control of that. That's Towell. Cranston with a good interception, good tackle. Alexandra onto Kenyon, ball lumped off at top. That's going to make it all the way back to Leathern. Meanwhile, the midfield is absolutely packed because everybody's stood around in it, so there's not really much opportunity to get through. That's Rooney trying to hold off the defender, not worked. Bakare comes away with it. Rooney is tracking though, and he loses his man. Trying to get back and stop this attack. Ball does come in, but it's miles behind goal. Oh, why? Why fire it that far forward when there's a player unmarked right next to you? It's Litch, Smith, there's Ellison. He cuts inside. And big block by Burgess. Can we clear that? We can't, because we're just going to fall over. And is that foul? It is. Never mind. I'm criticising. Turned out player were just fouled. Alright, that's Hogan bringing it forward. Knocked onto Walker. He looks for Rooney, making a run. He's going to have to slow it down. But he gets his son in a shooting position. It was blocked by his own player. And then Manny's shot was poor. And that is the full-time whistle. We grab a point away at Morecambe, but it is not good enough. We needed that win. We didn't concede. We do get the draw, but we need 3 points from games like this. Morecambe 0, Salford 0. Well, we didn't lose, and that is what's important, but we are still languishing down in 20th. We're not on bottom anymore, but we need to win games like that. Just to point out as well, guys, I am doing the pre and post match interviews, but I am going to be editing them out because they are just pretty much the same every time. So unless we get asked any interesting questions that I feel are worth really commenting on, I'm just going to skip over them and not force you to watch them. We'll quickly sort the training out, so I'll sort that out and then we'll come back. Alright, we have sorted the training out. Obviously going to have to make adjustments for that when we do get the Scout Future Star that should be turning up at some point, hopefully this episode. Simulate them, see how we get on. Well, not brilliant, but I've seen shot power of Mo go up. Hopefully over the course of the season the ratings of them players are going to go up. We've got about a week to go now, I think, until the next game. And how quickly time flies. It is time for that game then. No sign of the Scout Future Start, so we will just move into this game against Cheltenham. Hopefully Sigurdsson is back from international duty for this one. We are back at home after 2 away games on the bounce, and as you can see, Sigurdsson is back from the international break. He's been off with Iceland, but now it's time to return to Salford to try and bring 3 points home for us to end this episode. This Cheltenham's lineup: Lapworth, Broom, Greaves, Bowery, Tozer, Hussey, Sheaf, Brennan, Ince, Reed and Lloyd. Rowan Ince is the one player in that team that I actually recognise. But that's one more than usual, isn't it? 5-3-2, same as us. So that might make things a little bit difficult, because we're going to be matched man for man. If we're going to get ball away cheaply, or nearly get ball away cheaply like that, it's not the greatest of starts. Ball is given away from Figueroa, of all players. Usually Figueroa is rock solid. Leathern is starting in goal again. I know I threatened to remove him, but he actually had a solid display last game. That's Lloyd. Lloyd picks it up again. Cut out well. And we are on the counter. Actually seems quite free-flowing this game. Oh, Manny, what are we doing, lad? It's Bowery with the interception. Figueroa cuts that out. Puts it out brilliantly as well, actually. And that is Sigurdsson. gets the shot off, saved by the keeper. Thought Manny were going to ender it, but Tozer hacks it clear. Referee says no. Here is Ince. Finds Brennan. Lloyd gets the ball in, head it away. Well done, Piergiani. That's on to Towell. He has a chance to come forward. He's going to look for Rooney. Finds him. Can Rooney get the wrong side of his man? Ref, that's again. Pressure on the back. Apparently, referee doesn't see out wrong with that. How can you protect a ball and then defender just shove into you from behind and it not be a foul? And Burgess puts that out, but it will be a corner. That's through to Lloyd in middle. Sheaf, Brennan. The midfield packed at minute. Broom with a cross. That were very speculative from Ince. Leathern lumps it upfield. Looking to win the header with Manny. He doesn't. He has two players marking him. That's a good through ball. No, that's dangerous. And well done, Leathern. Although he shouldn't have spilled it. That was very dangerous defending. It was well won by Figueira, but farting around. And again, dangerous defending by Figueira. And that's our defensive midfielder. Oh, big block and well saved by Leverin. And we're going to lump it upfield just to get it away from our goal and gives a bit of a break. Manny trying to run on to end of that, but let's face it, there weren't going to be much chance of that, were there? There's Lloyd. Ball inside the box, we read. Back to Lloyd and it's well wide. I don't think if that were on target, Leathern would have saved that. So forward to Figueira. He finds De Sarroué and he's knocked it on for Sigurdsson. He brings it inside. That's on to Figueira and Figueira can't control it. Does find Rooney though. Looks for a cross, straight across middle, and Manny with the strangest tapping. He just would not shoot. It didn't matter what I did, he wouldn't hit the ball into the net. I just walked it in. I did an Arsenal. I mean, fans absolutely loved it, but replay will show just he would not shoot. He just kept tapping it with his foot as I were running towards it. He would not put it in the goal with an actual shot. We just got really lucky. Did like halfway decent worked goal, like, but it's nice to see an actual bitter end product rather than just luckily prodding ball into net. There's Hussein. Crossed in. Burgess misses his header. Figueira misses the kick. Bit sloppy from Salford here at minute. And what a shot from Ince, but a good save by Leathern. And we're going to welly it upfield. And there's nobody to get on end of it. But there's the half-time whistle and the referee saves us blushes. At the break, we are 1-0 up. Piergiani, Figueira. Toure bringing it forward, finds Sigurdsson who can open up. He is a winger after all and he's quick. He's going to look for a cross and it's behind everybody, but it is picked up. And again, De Sarroué would not take a shot. In end we do get one off, but it's with Towell. Manny just would not shoot. The amount of times I pressed the shoot button while he had opportunity and he just would not take the shot. That's dangerous play. Not as dangerous as that though. Trying to send that back to keeper. And shot the pouring end and we get away with that. I think we've been very lucky in this game. We've made several mistakes that could have cost us on another day. And we are lucky to be 1-0 up. There's Thomas, the substitute that's just come on. Spreads it out wide to Broom. Oh, Broom gets past his man and luckily behind everybody and Walker hacks that out. We are making a couple of subs then. It's Manny and Sigurdsson coming off with Suan and Lloyd coming on. There's Tozer. Forward for Clements. It's Varney. And big block. Second time we're asking. Can get the ball in, but that's over and will be a goal kick. It's Reed. On to Thomas. Finds Reed again. Ball crossed in. He'd head that away. No, Leathern comes out to punch it, and Figuera is going to come away with ball, and we've got a chance to break. Now Figuera is bloody quick for a defensive midfielder, and he's run almost the entire length of pitch here. We'll put it over net back stick. We can, and Suwan just swings his head at it and ends up being offside, I think. Yeah, offside in end as cross comes in. Ball belted upfield by Cheltenham keeper. Reed wins it in air. Suwan picks it up. Oh, the back heel did come off. Suwan! Oh, great save by keeper. I've got a corner. Try and whip that in. Towel. Looking for anybody. Don't find no one. It's Lloyd, and it's straight at the defender. We are into injury time. Don't know what this yellow card's for. Hopefully replay will show you, because I think that happened after the ball was kicked. Okay. Defender just sort of backed into him. Either way, it's wasting valuable seconds. We've only got 30 seconds left of this game. And well won by Figuera. That's Rooney. Oh, Suwan dispossessed, but it don't matter. Referee blows his whistle, and we are ending on a high again. We have grabbed another important 3 points, and at home. At end, it's Salford 1, Cheltenham Town 0. And that is the kind of result that we want regularly in this. As you can see, we have moved up to 15th. Let's have a look at how tight the table is. That's the question. So top at table, Mansfield and Bradford joint on 17 points, and we are down in 15th on 10. 7 points from top, but we're down in 15th. So that shows you how tight the table actually is. So the season's a lot closer than it appears. We are just going to quickly do the training again. We will load the previous session. And there we go. Micklebust has gone up to 61 rated. He's quickly going to become as good as half of the midfield. So he may end up getting promoted relatively quickly. The striker, Mo, is probably going to have to wait a little longer. But yeah, bit of a mixed bag episode, weren't it? We had a loss, a draw and a win, but the loss don't matter because it's in a competition that is just not important. Don't matter what league we'd be in, that cup would not be important. It's just extra games that we don't need. We're going to have a packed fixture list as it is. We are a league with 24 teams in it. So I'm glad, same with Carabao Cup, I'm glad that we're out. It means we've got less games to have to worry about and we can concentrate on league. And league form has been improving over the last few episodes, hasn't it? We have grabbed some wins and mostly draws. So we're not losing anymore like we were in early episodes, which is a good sign. Hopefully that continues and the team only improve as we go on. For anybody that is interested, by the way, I have started playing Ultimate Team, and this is the first year that I am actually really paying much attention to it. I will stick a graphic of my team on the screen now while I'm talking. As I keep pointing out every week, I have got social media. Feel free to fire your Ultimate Team squads at me on Twitter. Let me have a look at them and tell me what kind of teams you're building and stuff. And I think we will leave it there then, guys, because I need to go and watch Tottenham probably get battered by Bayern Munich, which puts a date on when I'm filming this, doesn't it? So we will leave it there, guys. If you've enjoyed this episode, make sure you twat that thumbs up button and twat that subscribe button to keep up with this series and any other content on channel as year goes on. Social media links are all below, so like I said, don't forget to show me your Ultimate Team squads. Really interested in seeing teams that you're building. And other than that, guys, cheers for watching, and as usual, I'll see you next episode.